to present a poem. What shall I do?
What will you do? Is this a question? Show that you know the poem and remind them what a poem it is. Well, you know what you must do. Go. Confront the problem. Fight. Win. And call me when you get back, darling. I enjoy our visits.
Welcome to the Poetry Dojo,
where we learn to know our poems.
and learn to wield them to fight and win.
Today, we are considering Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll.
Lewis Carroll was a British author and scholar, born in 1832. He lived until 1898. His non-pen name was Charles Lutwidge Dodson. And we can see perhaps why we went with Lewis Carroll. I don't know. It rolls off the tongue better, I suppose. He was an author, a poet, a mathematician, a photographer, and an Anglican deacon. He was, by confession and active profession, a Christian, trusting in Jesus Christ his Lord for his salvation.
Not that we would know it from Jabberwocky.
Not that we would know it from Jabberwocky.
But he was making a point.
In much of his writing, he found the development of mathematics heading into a degree of unreasonableness. And he tried, I think, in his writing to give, as it were, a warning of the wackiness to come if people continued pursuing certain paths. But whether to his horror or amusement, his warnings of wackiness and meaninglessness instead produced works that people said, wow, this is amazing. So I am curious whether or not such accolades simply generated a raised eyebrow on his behalf. But nevertheless, we have Jabberwocky.
Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll. 'Twas brillig, and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe. All mimsy were the borogoves, and the momraths outgrabe. Beware the Jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the Jubjub bird, and shun the frumious bandersnatch. He took his vorpal sword in hand. Long time the manxome foe he sought, so rested he by the tumtum tree, and stood a while in thought. And as in uffish thought he stood, the Jabberwock with eyes of flame came whiffling through the tulgey wood, and burbled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through the vorpal blade went snicker-snack. He left it dead, and with its head he went galumphing back. And hast thou slain the Jabberwock? Come to my arms, my beamish boy! O frabjous day, callooh, callay! He chortled in his joy. 'Twas brillig, and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wabe. All mimsy were the borogoves, and the momraths outgrabe.
Jabberwock is a very, very fun poem. It is meant, I think, to be delivered very seriously, even though I often see Muppets galumphing and burbling as they go. Nevertheless, the poem is at its best strength when delivered grandly and seriously. And it is at that point its humor is most effectively on display.
It's an interesting exercise in aesthetics where the sound of words suggests a meaning to you and to your imagination. And the presenter, by choosing how to emphasize the words, how to pronounce them, is going to contribute to that suggestion. They're shaping the image that grows in the audience's mind. But most of it's going to come from the audience and what they think words sound like.
Indeed, the tone with which you speak has to convey your meaning, because I am looking at section after section and there's no meaning here. And yet people have very firm impression of what is taking place and where things are taking place.
And perhaps that is Carroll's weakness, the thing that he forgot, is that the sounds of things matter. That we have taken some of these words and turned them into onomatopoeia. Whiffling, burbled, I don't know if either of those is original to Carroll, but chortled definitely comes from this poem. That's why we
Galumphing.
Galumphing. We have a sense of rhythm there, and perhaps he meant to imply triumph, but I think we get something rather undignified instead. We have the bookends, the opening and closing stanzas are the same, probably to let us know that the poem is over.
Otherwise, you might not know. But the Vorpal blade when snicker snack. We all want Vorpal blades at that point. So enjoy the poem, deliver it grandly.
It needs to sound like you know what every single one of these
every
words
word
mean.
has to have meaning in your mind.
Whatever it is.
Whatever it is, just settle on that meaning and commit to it 100%.
Is this a winning poem?
It is. It can be a challenging poem, but it has stood the passage of time. And if you believe in the poem, this is one of those weird things that I would, under every other circumstance, would not say. But you must believe in yourself when you deliver this poem. You are speaking gibberish, but you are speaking gibberish with such commitment, with such authority, that the people listening to you must hear. And the judges must give you first place. If you are that committed and certain, the emotion, the power, the commitment with which you speak will completely take the place of the specific meaning of each individual word. And there is a moment that's expected after the poem is over when the judges say, wow, and they sit back and say, wait, what just happened? But if you get the wow, you get the points.
The audience needs to be so caught up in the energy that you're delivering that they forget about the words.
Yes.
I was told once that an audience can forgive anything in the world, any mistake, but they cannot forgive fear. And he who hesitates in the Jabberwocky is lost.
Yes, absolutely. Go forth with courage, with commitment, with authority, and you can win.
Thank you for tuning in. This has been a production of DieCast Media Group. Please recommend us to friends, family, relations, but not your competitors. Feel free to email us with any questions at poetrydojo@diecastmediagroup.com. Tune in next time for another exciting episode and another fine poem.